Before the storm, there is a change in the air, a quietness, a shift in the light that you can't quite explain, but you can feel it deep in your bones. The same is true for our minds. A mental health crisis rarely arrives like a sudden explosion. It's not a lightning strike from a clear blue sky. More often, it's a slow burn. It's a series of quiet, gentle whispers that we learn to ignore until they become a roar we can no longer silence. Today, we're not talking about the roar. We're talking about the whispers. We are going to explore the 6 early signs of a mental health crisis. These aren't signs of weakness. They are signals. They are your mind's way of sending up a flare, hoping you'll see it before you're lost in the dark. Let's begin. Number 1, your sleep becomes a stranger. One of the very first things to be disrupted when our mental health is under strain is our sleep. Think of sleep as the nightly process of plugging your mind in to recharge. When that process is broken, everything else starts to fail. This can show up in 2 opposite ways. For some, it's the inability to fall asleep or stay asleep. You lie in bed, your body is exhausted, but your mind is running a marathon. It replays conversations, worries about the future, and digs up things from the past. It's like trying to turn off a computer that has too many programs running at once. You press the shutdown button, but nothing happens. This isn't just a bad night's sleep. This is a pattern where the night offers no peace, and you wake up feeling more tired than when you went to bed. The quiet of the night becomes the loudest time of your day. For others, the opposite happens. You start sleeping too much. You find yourself wanting to be in bed all the time. Sleep stops being a function for rest and becomes a place to hide. It's an escape from the feelings, the thoughts, and the demands of being awake. You might sleep for 10, 12, or even more hours, but you still wake up with a feeling of heaviness, a deep-seated exhaustion that sleep cannot touch. This is because you are not resting, you are retreating. Whether you're staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. or hiding under the covers at 3 p.m., a fundamental change in your relationship with sleep is a critical sign. Your body is telling you that the system is overloaded. It's one of the first and clearest whispers. Number 2, the world goes quiet as you withdraw. Humans are social creatures, even the most introverted among us. We need connection. So, a powerful early sign of a brewing crisis is when you start to actively pull away from that connection. This isn't just about declining a party invitation. It goes deeper. It's when you stop replying to texts from friends you love. It's when the thought of making small talk feels like lifting 1,000 pounds. It's when you start making excuses to avoid family gatherings that you used to enjoy. What's really happening here is that the energy required for social interaction is gone. When you're struggling internally, putting on a happy or normal face for others can feel like performing in a play you never auditioned for. It's exhausting. Every smile, every nod, every "I'm fine, how are you?" feels like a lie. And each lie takes a little piece of your remaining energy. So you choose solitude. At first, it might feel like a relief, but over time, this self-imposed isolation can become a cage. You start to feel forgotten. You see others living their lives on social media, and it reinforces a painful belief that you're being left behind, that no one notices you're gone. Loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about feeling unseen when you're with others. When you start to choose isolation because you feel you have no other choice, your mind is telling you that it can no longer bear the weight of pretending. Number 3, the colors fade from your world. Do you remember something you used to absolutely love? It could be playing a video game, listening to a certain kind of music, painting, hiking, or even just cooking a favorite meal. Now, imagine trying to do that thing and feeling nothing. This is a sign known as anhedonia, and it's a terrifyingly subtle one. It's the loss of interest or pleasure in activities you once found enjoyable. It's not a conscious decision. It just happens. The music you loved now sounds like noise. The food you craved tastes like cardboard. The hobby that was your escape now feels like a chore. The world literally starts to lose its color. Your emotional range narrows. Things that would have made you happy now barely register. Things that would have made you laugh now only earn a faint, tired smile. It's a gradual draining of vibrancy from your life experience. This happens because the parts of your brain responsible for reward and motivation are becoming depleted. When you're in a state of high stress or emotional distress, your mind goes into survival mode. And in survival mode, there is no energy left for joy, for pleasure, for curiosity. Your system is focused only on getting through the next hour, the next day. When you notice that the things that once lit you up now leave you feeling empty and cold, That is a profound signal. Your spirit is running on empty. Number 4, your fuse gets shorter and shorter. When we think about mental health struggles, we often picture sadness and tears, but very often it shows up as anger, irritation, and frustration. Do you find yourself snapping at a loved one for a small mistake? Do you feel a surge of intense anger when you're stuck in traffic? Do you get easily frustrated by minor inconveniences, like a slow internet connection or a misplaced set of keys? This increased irritability is a sign that your emotional resilience is worn thin. Imagine your patience as a glass of water. For a person who is well rested and mentally balanced, the glass is full. Minor stresses are like a few drops of water spilling over the side. No big deal. But when you're heading towards a crisis, your glass is already empty. You have no buffer. You have no reserve. So even the smallest annoyance feels like a major personal attack. It's like being a live electrical wire with its insulation stripped away. The slightest touch can create a huge spark. This isn't because you're becoming a bad or an angry person. It's because your nervous system is in a constant state of high alert. Your fight or flight response is working overtime. Your brain perceives threats everywhere, even in the most harmless situations. This constant state of internal alarm leaves you feeling agitated, on edge, and quick to anger. If you feel like your emotional skin has become thin and everything is getting under it, pay attention. It's a sign that your internal pressure is building to a dangerous level. Number 5, the mirror and the mailbox are ignored. Look around your personal space. Look at yourself. A very telling physical sign of an internal struggle is the neglect of personal care and basic responsibilities. When the mind is cluttered, the world around it often follows. This can start small. Maybe you skip showering for a day, then 2. Maybe the laundry pile becomes a mountain. The dishes in the sink stack up, and the thought of washing them feels impossibly difficult. It's not about being lazy or messy. It's a symptom of overwhelming executive dysfunction. The basic tasks required to manage a life, hygiene, cleaning, paying bills, answering emails, suddenly feel monumental. Each undone task becomes another source of guilt and shame, which drains more energy, making it even harder to tackle the tasks. It's a vicious cycle. You look at the mess and feel bad about yourself, and feeling bad about yourself makes it impossible to find the energy to clean the mess. This extends to your professional life too. You might start missing deadlines, showing up late to work, or avoiding responsibilities you used to handle with ease. Your performance drops, not because you don't care, but because the internal chaos is consuming all the resources you need to focus on the external world. When taking care of your own body and your own space feels like too much to ask, it's a cry for help. It's a physical manifestation of the internal message. I cannot cope. I am overwhelmed. Number 6, you feel like a ghost in your own life. This final sign is perhaps the most unsettling. It's a persistent feeling of disconnection or dissociation. It's the sense that you are not really inside your own life. You feel like you're watching yourself from a distance, as if your life is a movie and you're just a spectator. You go through the motions. You wake up, you eat, you talk to people, but you don't feel present for any of it. There's a pane of glass between you and your experience. Your own emotions can feel distant, like they belong to someone else. You might know, intellectually, that you should be sad or happy about something, but you just feel numb, hollow. Your own reflection in the mirror might seem unfamiliar for a moment. This is a protective mechanism. When reality becomes too painful or overwhelming, the mind creates distance. It numbs the feelings and detaches from the experience as a way to survive the intensity of the pain. It's an extreme form of checking out. While it may offer temporary protection, this feeling of disconnection is deeply alienating. You feel disconnected from others, from your own body, and from your own sense of self. It's a profound state of inner homelessness. You inhabit a body and live a life, but none of it feels like it's truly yours. If you feel like you're watching the world through a fog, or that your own hands don't belong to you, please know this is a serious signal. It's your mind's final, desperate attempt to protect you by removing you from the equation. So, what do we do with this knowledge? Recognizing these signs in yourself or in someone you care about is the first, most crucial step. These signs are not character flaws. They are not signs of failure. They are messages from a mind and body that are under an immense amount of strain. They are a call for compassion, not judgment. A call for a change of course, not for more pressure. The journey back from this place is not about just being positive or snapping out of it. It's about taking these whispers seriously. It's about listening to what they are trying to tell you. It's about reaching out, whether to a friend, a family member, or a professional, and saying the bravest words you can say, I am not okay. If this video resonated with you, or you think it could help someone else, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more content that matters. Your support helps us reach more people who might be feeling alone in their struggle. And now, I want to ask you something. In the comments below, I'd love to know, what's one small thing you do to check in with yourself? It could be anything from a morning coffee ritual to a short walk, or just 5 minutes of quiet. Your idea might just be the one someone else needs to read today. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other.